Okay, in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can model a Fedora hat quickly using NURBS surfaces. Okay, first you need to look at a reference. Okay, so you notice that the hat typically has a rim that goes around, especially for a Fedora hat. Okay, so there is a upturned section here at the back, and it gradually becomes less and it comes to the front. And then on top of the Fedora hat, there is this depression here in the center, and on the side, okay, you can see the finger holding areas, okay, which you will want to try to model. Okay, so first you go to the front view or the side view and you draw the outline. Okay, so I'm going to click on the EP curve tool and start to draw the outline of my Fedora hat. Okay, for drawing the outline, you want to make sure that there is sufficient points that comes down here. Okay, you do not want to draw edit points that are too far apart, so you make sure that there is sufficient edit points that sticks in parallel to one another. For example, if you draw one here, there must be another one opposing on the other side. Okay, and apparently I forgot to add more edit points here, but I'm going to fix that by just inserting more points here. Okay, and I'm going to press enter. So right mouse click, go to edit point first. I'm going to check where I need to insert more points. Okay, I need to insert one more point here and here. So right mouse click, go to curve point. I'm going to click one point here, shift click another point here, and then go to curves on the menu and then click on insert knot. Right mouse click, go to edit point. Okay, and then select and move them. Now if you notice that if you move the points and the curves start to go a bit haywire, right mouse click and go to control vertex. Okay, and edit using control vertex points instead, so that you can position the curves to match the profile that you want. Okay, I realized that I need to have an extra 2 more points here, so I'm going to my edit point. Yep, definitely I need another extra 2 points here to control the bending of the curve of the hat. So I'm going to use my curve point. I'm going to select this section here, shift select this section here to indicate where I want to insert the knots. So click on curves, insert knot. So now if I go to edit point, I have all the extra edit points. Go to control vertex and control the flatness or the edge of the hat. Okay, so I'm going to reposition these vertices here until they're dead center. So I'm going to press Shift X and then move in the X-axis. Okay, so now they're snapped to the center, and I can start to apply a revolve. So click on the revolve tool to create the base model of the hat. Okay, with the surface selected, I'm going to go to edit, delete by type history. Okay, so let's take a look. Alright, so the thick line is here, so this is the start of the sweep and it's going to end here. So first thing I want to do is I want to grab the control vertices from behind. Okay, and then I'm going to press W to move. Okay, move the back corner up and then select the remaining front control vertices and then push it down. So I have created that. gentle curve of the Fedora hat that I want. And if you want to tweak this further, you can grab the vertices here and then manually rotate so that the curvature looks much nicer. And if you are rotating from a very odd angle, instead of rotating it by this group of vertices by its own local or global axis, you can rotate based on the view axis, which is represented by this blue line here. Okay, so I'm going to jump over to this one and grab this line and rotate it up this way. And for this one, since these group of vertices is lined up in the global axis here, okay, I can grab the z-axis and rotate it. Okay, so now the curve looks much better. Okay, so now I want to create the central depression. So what you can do is you can press number 4 to go to wireframe mode, switch over to the side view. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the central bunch of control vertices, and you can try to move it down and see what result it gives you. But this doesn't look good to me. Okay, so I'm going to try another method. I'm going to enable soft selection. So you press B to enable soft selection. You can click on the selection, double click on the selection to adjust the distance that you're going to affect the range. Then press W to move, and then just move it down. Okay, this one looks much better. So now I got a central division, and then you can also use scale to scale inwards if you want. You can increase the area of influence so that you can change the scale here of the hat if you want to. Okay, I realize right now the brim is too wide, so I'm going to try to increase the scale of the head cavity. So I'm going to turn off the soft selection tool. I'm going to go to front view. Sorry, I'm going to switch to the side view, and then I'm going to turn on wireframe and right mouse click control vertex. I'm going to drag a box and just select about half of this vertices, control vertices. Then I'm going to press shift full stop to gradually increase selection, okay, until the selection reaches the base of the hat. I'm going to shift full stop to increase another selection. Okay, so now I have carefully selected or grew my selection until this section is selected. I can actually scale it non-uniformly to make it wider. So the scale of my hat now looks a little bit better. I'm going to scale it a bit slightly back. Okay, then I'm done with this. Next, okay, I have to see where I can model the finger grabs or finger holes. So all I need to do is I select this group of vertices here, and I select the exact opposing side. Okay, and be careful, make sure you do not select any vertices behind. And then you can still use scale again to scale it inwards, and you can create the finger hold. Okay, and then very carefully make sure you choose the right vertices to tweak the other portions of the hat. Okay, and then I'm going to try to scale this inwards as well and see the result. And this one actually doesn't look too bad. And perhaps this section here, okay, I can move this thing down a little bit more. Okay, I think I could have made a mistake just now. Could have accidentally selected, accidentally selected vertices behind. Okay, let's see. Let me just go to wireframe mode, just make sure that I do not select any more, accidentally select any more vertices behind. Okay, now let's try scaling this inwards again, and yep, it's looking much better. So I shall stop here, and basically this is how you model a Fedora hat using the NURBS curves. Now the advantage of using a NURBS surface is that you get this very nice organic look, which of course you can still achieve using polygon mesh tools as well. Okay, and this is how you model a Fedora hat using NURBS in Maya.